KV Academy welcomes you. So first of all, some basic details about the UGC NET exam. It's conducted by UGC, that is University Grants Commission. NET, of course, the expansion is National Eligibility Test. Who is conducting this test? It's not UGC directly, but National Testing Agency, that is NTA. What's the objective of the exam here? To determine the eligibility for appointment as assistant professor or junior research fellow in any university or college in India, all over India. And what is the eligibility for appearing for this exam? It's just your PG degree. You should have completed the PG degree, or those people who are in the final year also, who have written the exams, looking for the results also, they can write the exam. Then the exam mode is nowadays, of course, it's been made online. Usually this exam is conducted twice in a year, one in June and in December. Exam time usually, actually 3 hours. Morning shift from 9:30 to 12:30. Afternoon shift, that is 2:30 to 5:30. The age limit for appearing for this exam is for the post of assistant professor. If you are appearing only for the post of assistant professor, there's no age limit required. That is no prescribed. Sorry. Then if you are aiming at JRF, it is 30 years. Of course, relaxation is there for the reservation categories, but the total relaxation does not exceed 5 years. Okay, that is people who have done defense services and those who have done research in some university. All that experience, the time of experience is taken, but totally it should not exceed 5 years. Up to 5, that means maximum 5 years age limit relaxation is given. So, how is this exam important? The very first benefit of cracking UGC NET JRF is you get eligibility for the fellowship. If you clear this exam, if you want to do Ph.D. in a university or in any full-time, those colleges where they have full-time research, you get the JRF, that is Junior Research Fellowship. And you are eligible for this only if you pass this exam. Then it helps you to get into the teaching post in any government educational institution. And NET or SET eligibility is mandatory. So in that way it helps you. Then NET or SET eligibility is mandatory for teaching faculty across private education institutions also. Previously it was not so, but nowadays if you are reading newspapers, if you are in touch with the latest news, you may know the UGC very strictly insists on the NET SET eligibility for appointment of any staff in their colleges, even in the private colleges, self-financing colleges, that is. Then with NET eligibility, you can also guide or train others for NET or SLET. Those who are aspiring to clear that, you can train them through offline or online. There are some exemptions also given by the UGC. So what exemptions? In terms of eligibility for assistant professor, NET or SLET or SET shall remain the minimum eligibility, no doubt, okay, for recruitment and appointment of assistant professors in colleges or universities. However, some are exempted from appearing for NET. How? We have one short list. So let us look at who are all exempted from appearing for UGC NET exam for the assistant professor post. For NET SLET candidates, SLET candidates, the candidates who have been awarded a PhD degree, note carefully, in accordance with the University Grants Commission Regulation Act 2009, shall be exempted from minimum eligibility condition, that is NET, for assistant professor or equivalent position in universities. That is, if you have been awarded PhD according to the regulations of the UGC Regulation Act in 2009, you are exempted. You don't have to write the NET exam. Even otherwise, you are eligible. Then the candidates who have passed the UGC or CSIR, of course, in our subject English, there is no question of CSIR. Okay, UGC. Well, let's say UGC. JRF examination. If you have cleared that somehow, by chance, some chance or other, then prior to 1989, you are also exempted from appearing for NET. Then for SET candidates, those who are writing state level examination, that is, The candidates who have cleared the state's eligibility test, that is set, accredited by UGC for assistant professor, held prior to 1st June 2002. Mark it, 1st June 2002. Okay, you have cleared the set test before 2002 June 1st. You are exempted from appearing for the exam, for this NET exam. You are eligible for direct appointment anywhere in India, right? But for set held from 1st June 2000 onwards, the qualified candidates are eligible to apply for the post of AP only in universities situated in the state from where they have cleared their set. If you have done your cleared your set exam after 2002 June 1st, you are eligible for appointment in the state where you have taken the test. Then I hope it is clear to you. So the candidates are advised to look thoroughly at the above mentioned eligibility criteria before applying for this NET exam for the forthcoming December exam. Then if a candidate does not meet the eligibility criteria, then his or her candidature will not be considered during final selection stage. You should fulfill all the conditions. So exam duration and marks. So paper 1 goes on for 1 hour, where you are asked 50 questions. The marks given are 100. Paper 2 goes on for 2 hours, where you will have to answer 100 questions, for which the marks awarded are 200. So totally 3 hours exam you are sitting for. The total number of questions you are going to write answer is 150, and the marks awarded maximum is 300. So out of this 300 only you have to score your marks. Then see important websites you will for your information on for online registration and for getting the syllabus and net certificates. For syllabus I am giving here itself, no problem, don't have to worry. So for this you can make a note of it. So exam, how will be the exam pattern? Okay, 3 hours, okay, 150 questions, okay. So how are you going to face it? Done. Paper 100 marks, 50 questions. See, the questions will be generic in nature, intending to assess the teaching or research aptitude of the candidate. That is, it's common for all subject people, all subject aspirants. That is, in this paper, what is tested is your capability or potential for becoming a teacher in general. Okay, apart from your subject knowledge, your particular subject knowledge. It will primarily be designed to test reasoning ability, comprehension, divergent thinking, and general awareness of the candidate. It should be easy. More of common sense and basic maths and reasoning ability, that alone is tested here in this. And certain qualities of a teacher, which you should know. If you know already, you have to show, that's all. So the test goes on for 1 hour. First shift is 9:30 to 10:30 a.m. Second shift 2 to 3 p.m. Then paper 2, where the marks are 200 and the number of questions are 100. This will be based on the subject selected by the candidate. For you, it is English. All the questions of paper 2 will be compulsory. There is no omission and all that. There's no choice here. Then the duration of the exam is 2 hours. First shift goes on from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m. Second shift from 3:30 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. Syllabus you can find in this link, this website that gives you. But for our subject, I am giving the syllabus. Paper 2 English syllabus is here. See, 10 units. See, before 2 years, those of you who might have appeared or at least prepared, whether appeared or not, you are prepared for NET before 2 years. The syllabus was different. Okay, some 1 or 2, this cultural studies is added newly, and nothing else is very new. They're only revamped. In those, in the old syllabus, it's the syllabus was given age-wise, in chronological order. Chaucer's age, then Milton's age, that is Puritan age, then neoclassical age, romantic age, Victorian age, modern age, like that, and then American literature, Indian writing in English, contemporary literature, etc., etc., etc. All these are now compressed in the first 4 units. Genre wise now it is given. Drama, it is in the right from university wits up to the modern times. We are going to study that drama. Then poetry. Again, say from Marlowe or Shakespeare or Chaucer, right? From Chaucer, we are going to learn till the contemporary poets. All this includes American literature also. See, there's given. Those 4 units will cover all literatures in English. Indians writing in English, and other African, Canadian, everything comes into this. That is why this is vast. And then fiction and short story. Again, it starts from, there's not much fiction in the earlier ages, you might know. From 18th century only the proper fiction starts. That genre starts only from 18th century. Hope you all know. Then, see, overall, there is nothing that you do not know. Everything is known to you. We are only trying to prepare you for the exam oriented, that's all. And then, non-fictional prose. One sec. Unit 3, as far as Unit 3 is concerned, fiction and short story, even though it started very late, that is in the 18th century when we start, but it goes on till now. From 19th century onwards, from Victorian age onwards, fiction dominates more than over poetry, drama. Fiction only dominates even now. The 20th century, the contemporary literature also, you will see fiction only dominates other genres here. Not poetry, not drama, not anything else, only fiction. Fiction, and of course it includes short story, novels and short stories. Then non-fictional prose. Unit 4 is non-fictional prose. Prose writing started even from, you might know, Bacon. With Bacon it started, and then it continued in the next age, that is Milton's age. Milton himself has written a volume of prose, and then Dryden, Pope. From that age, in that age prose was dominating. In neoclassical age, prose was dominating over other genres, and now more and more of prose. In Indian writing also more and more of prose. So these 4 units only cover all literatures. These are only literature based. So if you have a very good knowledge and deep knowledge of the history of English literature, it is not a great Himalayan task to clear this, to be thorough with these 4 units. Only thing, certain details you will have to remember. You have to take note, make a note of it, and remember, that's all. Because everything we wouldn't have studied in detail in your college when you did your UG as history of literature, as ancillary, or in PG you wouldn't have studied. But if you have whatever you study, all these 4 units are covered in the history of English literature, of course in American literature also, history of American literature also. That if you are thorough with that, it is not a big thing to crack. I mean, to get a very good score in these 4 units only. Okay. If you are strong in the other part, that is coming to unit number 5, that is it depends upon your interest. Okay, some people are interested in literature, more in literature than in criticism or language teaching or anything else, research. Some may be interested the otherwise, that is language, ELT, that is English language teaching, basic concepts, etc. The cultural studies is new. Criticism, some people are greatly, some people I have seen where they have a love for literary criticism, literary theory. So according to your interest, you can concentrate, focus more on those units than the other units. No unit to be omitted, okay? So every unit you have to read, but more, whatever you are interested in, you focus more so that you get better score there, more score there. It will take you to a comfortable position in the final score. So here, unit 4 is its language. That is basic concepts, theories, and pedagogy. That is in the, as far as I know, all the university syllabus and autonomous college syllabuses, they have this ELT paper. I think most of you are teachers already. So this ELT also you may be handling. That is a Derbyshire, starting from A Derbyshire. That is basic concept, dialect, idialect, register, all these concepts of phonology, etc., phonetics, everything. All that comes in this. Then English in India, as again, as is known, English came to India along with the English people when they invaded us, when they ruled over us. it flourished and how it started, who made landmark turning points in the history of English in India. See, now English is like a linking language in our India itself, especially in Tamil Nadu, because we do not know Hindi. All other states may have Hindi only as the linking language, but we in Tamil Nadu, because we do not know, we never studied Hindi, we take only English as the linking language wherever we go. If you go to Bangalore, you try to communicate in English. You go to Delhi, you resort only with English. There are, so it has become, it's become our next to our mother tongue, next to our vernacular. So it is important, and because of that only, because of our proficiency in English only, so many Indians are there able to thrive, taking very good positions in other countries, especially in US and Europe, with good professions, with good positions. So that we are going to see in this unit. English in India, how it started, how it evolved, evolution, and future scope also. Then cultural studies, this is totally new. It was not there in the previous syllabus. Cultural studies, see, now the trends are changing. The way you study literature also is changing. So they link literature study with the cultural study too. There are some theorists are there. So all that we are going to see in this unit. It is totally new. Only for the past 2 years you have this. It was not there previously. So this cultural studies is new, and so questions are asked from this also. Then literary criticism, you might know this right from Aristotle, Sidney, Coleridge, okay, Wordsworth, Keats, Shelley, then T.S. Eliot, everybody, Ruskin, okay. So all critics we will read, history of criticism we will read, and literary theory post World War the Second World War, that is modern literary theories, deconstruction, these people like Derrida, all that the modern critics will see. Then research methods and materials, the last unit, 10th unit is research methods and materials in English. That is, definitely you are all going to do research also if you are not doing it already. Some of you may be pursuing your PhD even now, but definitely others also will do. Okay, then for that, what you have to do? What is the meaning of research? What methods you have to adapt? How to collect materials? How to make use of the materials? Or what to do and what not to do in research? And what are the steps in writing a thesis? All that comes in this unit 10. Hope you have an idea of this English syllabus now. We'll move on to the next. Look at the cutoffs. See, this is June 19 and December 19, the last two exams that took place. See, JRO and AP, and then how many number of candidates taken and number of candidates appeared. Okay, see, AP cutoff is different. JRF and AP is slightly more than the AP cutoff. And for the reservation categories also, it's some concession is there. All that, just have a look. See, the cutoff in December 19 has come down from June 19's cutoff. So just have a look, have an idea. Go to the next. Clearing, how to clear this cutoff strategy, some strategies. See, how much of a knowledgeable you are, how much of a thorough you are with all the 10 units even. It is safe to adopt certain strategies, because the questions are not in paper one. I understand the questions are, I mean, from every unit, clearly 5 questions are given, 10 units, 10 into 5, 50 questions. But here it is not so. I have seen even in the previous syllabus, I have gone through from the past, ever since NET started almost. From that time, I collected all the materials, all the question papers and gone through. It is not, you cannot classify, you cannot predict from which unit there are more questions, from which unit less questions, which is not concentrated upon, which is not focused upon. No, you cannot say, you cannot predict. Totally unpredictable. So it's better to be safe, adapt some strategies. So as I already told you, if you are interested in the whole syllabus, 10 units can be divided roughly into two: literature, non-literature. Non-literature means language, research, cultural studies, etc. only. So those people, language, yeah, let's call it language then, language and literature. If you are literature lovers, you try to concentrate more focus, put more focus on literature units, with first 4 units, so that you get a clear score there, good score there, and you are comfortable. If you are not very confident about literature side, if you are interested in research and criticism and all that, you can concentrate more on that, and you can get more score in that. So it's up to you to decide which one. So it's always the choice is there. And when the classes start and when we go ahead, when the tests come, there are some certain strategies to be followed. I will tell you all that at that time. In the multiple choice questions, when you are not very sure about the answer, so that there are some tricks that you can adapt to choose the answer. Let us discuss it afterwards, which we are not yet up to the test now. Okay. So set your target score on the basis of cutoff of previous exams. Just have a look. For assistant professor, cutoff ranges from 160 to 180. For JRF, cutoff ranges from 190 to 210. Paper 1 for AP, 70% is needed. That is 35 out of 50 questions. You have to answer correctly when you will get 70 marks out of 100. For JRF, it is 80%. That is 40 marks you will have. 40 questions out of 50 should be correct, and you will get 80 marks. 6 units to be, it is comfortable, it is safe to be strong in 6 units, very strong, that is. 3 units to be average. I would call it strong better, okay? I will better call it strong and very strong. Only then you are comfortable. You don't have to worry. Then as far as paper 2 is concerned, for AP, it is 60%. What is needed is 60% roughly. That is 60 out of 100 questions, 120 marks, that is out of 200. For JRF, it is 70% you will need. Well, that is 70 out of 100 questions you have to answer correctly. Then you will get 140 marks out of 200. That is 7 units to be very strong. The other 3 you have to be strong. Now some tips for the exam. It is good and safe to attempt all the questions because no negative marks. Then don't omit any question. Maximum questions in minimum time, that is the mantra. Avoid lengthy. In literature, what lengthy questions we get is comprehension questions. You can reserve them to the end. Okay, first the short questions you can answer, and then come to lengthy questions where you need time to go through patiently and write. And if some question seems to be tricky to you, you will have to apply your mind for some time. Then for that also you reserve to the end. So for the first half, there is 1.5 hours of the exam time out of 3 hours. You reserve only for, you avoid only lengthy questions and tricky questions. Reserve only for comfortable questions, easy questions, easy, that short questions where you are very confident. Then first solve the questions you know. Use the time efficiently. The time management is very important here. So solve the questions you know very quickly, that very easily, not without much thinking. You know something, immediately you can solve the questions. Use the time. If effective use of the time is most wanted here. Then if you come across any question that you think you do not know, you're not confident, don't hover over that. Pass on to the next. So make the effective use of the time. So what is the strategy to crack the exam? First of all, what did I say at the outset of this session? Your determination. Be confident. Tell yourself you are going to crack the exam this time without fail. Okay, think positively. It will give you energy. Then the preparation has to be consistent. It is not just a matter of a month or 2. If you are preparing, all of you must be preparing already. That is very good. You are going to intensify your preparation now. So if the preparation has to be very consistent, then success is not far away. It's just within a month or 2, it is not possible. So continuously you prepare. Now we are we assume or we guess that this June session in July also did not happen. I don't think it will happen in the August also. So it may be pushed to December only. So you have enough time. Actually, you are fortunate to have this time, and you can make use of the time for this. Then a careful and focused learning of the subjects will be of great help. Carefully, with full focus, you have to read whatever little you read every day. Carefully you read, you focused learning. It is not just reading, it is learning of the subjects will be of very great help. Then a systematic regular homework is a must. Not just once in a week. Okay, for I'm preparing for 2 months or 3 months, but once in a week. No, every day. It should be a matter of every day. Maybe one day you can take a break just to break the monotony, but at least 6 days in a week you will have to do homework. Every day you read, you make notes, then keep it for revision. Then an organized plan may be drafted and strictly adhered to. Now you know the syllabus, 10 units. You can have a rough plan. For first unit, how much time I need. For second unit, how much time I need. From my perusal, I understand for the first 4 units, you need a lot of time. Compare relatively. For the next, the non-literature, there is language side. You can take less time than the first 4 because you will have to cover lots of authors in the first 4 units. Very vast it is. So you can plan accordingly. Draw a plan for your own use and strictly adhere. Don't postpone. If you have a plan for if you start with Chaucer or what is that for first drama. If you are starting with university wits, first in the first year you have university wits, Marlowe, Shakespeare, and Ben Jonson. The 4 major drama writers, 4 class. That is, for example, if you think that one day, first day, I take university wits and Marlowe for first day. Shakespeare needs 1 full day. Definitely. Ben Jonson also one full day you can have. So you have to finish that university wits and Marlowe in that particular day, and then come to next day. It is Shakespeare, like that. You draw a plan, and after careful thinking, you draw a plan, and then you try to follow it very strictly. Not try to follow it strictly. You never said I will try to follow. You say I will do. Okay. You never say I will try to crack. I will crack. Okay, I will get through. Then concentrate on paper 1. As you very well know, 5 questions will be asked in each topic. It is very clear. It's very almost like transparent. Every unit you get definitely 5 questions. So why don't you focus on that more? Okay. Then reading may be done at scanning and then skimming levels. Scanning, skimming. Those of you who are familiar with this IELTS preparation might know these 2 words. That is, it's like it comes in the reading skills. Scanning, skimming. Scanning is simply just like an overview, like. Then skimming is a little going deep into it. So first you can have a scanning view and then skimming view. All that we will cover when we go through when we start the classes. At that time I will give you more explanation for this if you need. Then making notes while learning will be very good. Whatever you learn, make notes and keep for revision. Then, because otherwise you might forget. When today you finish University Wits and Marlowe, tomorrow you go to Shakespeare, and the day after Ben Jonson. Next week you may be concentrating on the say Dryden and Pope. You may tend to forget the important points that you studied for the first age. So it's better to make notes. Then it will help you a lot. A thorough reading of the materials. See, thorough reading, very important. Thorough reading of the materials and making notes step by step. See, thorough reading of the materials and making notes, highlighting key points, and a regular revision are vital steps in the preparation of NET exam. Preparation for NET exam. First, reading of the material, thorough reading, then making notes, then highlighting the key points, and regular revision. Okay, are very important. Then practice as as many sample papers or as many previous year question papers as you can to gain speed and accuracy. So the practice makes it perfect in anything, anything. It may be any skill, it may be any new in something new that you learn. More and more practice, more and more perfect you get. So practice helps you a lot. So in our planned sessions, we are going to have this sample papers we are going to have. We are going to program mock tests, unit tests, everything. Then invest at last. You have given this. You are given this lockdown time. Make it positive. Don't be sulky. What is this? I'm locked down. I'm not able to go there. I'm not going to I'm not able to socialize. I'm not going to care. I'm no. Best use is prepare for your net. Now, June 2020 is past. Due to COVID-19, June 2020 exam has been postponed to perhaps the last quarter of 2020. Correction in the choice of cities is open now. Okay, that is the dates are given. So there's a chance of it happening in September last week, but as we understand, the chances are low. I'm not giving you any false hopes, I suppose. Also, there is a chance of merging it with December 20. That's what is most expected, rightly. So this you can, this is for your perusal. That's an NTA's notice. Then